Howdy folks, how's it going? So, I was getting stir crazy in the house. We got a tropical storm, Arthur, passing over North Carolina. Well, kind of hit the coast and just giving us all this wet, rainy mess. So I was getting stir crazy sitting in the house. You know how I am. Gotta get out there. Gotta do some digging. So instead of, going metal detecting and getting all that gear on and tromping through the woods, I'm at the dump. I'm at my bottle dump. Interesting story. So, I'm finding these nice, rare, older milk bottles from this town. And I've only found 6 intact ones out of this entire town dump. This town dump dates from about 1900 to 1930s, early 30s. And I put 2 of them up on eBay, a month ago, just to see what the going rate of the bottles are. See what the market's going to do for them. And, I got a pretty fair price for them. But then I put my other 4 up on eBay. And I get somebody that contacts me. I'm a bottle collector. There's more than just, the R.S. Edmiston and Sons dairy bottles in Mooresville. There were more dairies than that. Okay, maybe there were more dairies than that. But there was only one embossed dairy coming out of Mooresville. And that's the the rare one. Because I can sit here all day long and pull up slicks. But it's this R.S. Edmiston and Sons is the only embossed milk from this town. How do I know that? I'm digging in the town dump. You would think I would find other milk bottles in here, but they're all slicks, every single one of them, except for the R.S. Edmiston and Sons. So, I did find the other day I was digging here one of the newer milk bottles of the R.S. Edmiston and Sons. It was a painted ACL, and that was the very first piece I found in this dump. Only one tiny little shard, and it had just a little bit of ACL on it, and it read Mooresville at the bottom. And I should have saved it. It's buried right now. But if I find another one, I'm thinking those are pretty rare because, look, I've done some digging. I've done some digging. The town dumps don't lie. If it exists, it's in here. If it doesn't exist, it's not going to be in here. It's that simple. It's not going to be mysteriously in one. No, it's just not going to be here. So let's get in there. Let's continue digging in that one spot I was digging in. That's where I'm finding all my milk bottles, right there. Let's see if we can find more of those milk bottles. Yeah, see, it's going to be a muddy mess out here. I'm going to be disgusting by the time I'm done. Just disgusting. Well, let's dig into this side of this hill and see what's here. Let's get rid of some of this kudzu. There we go. There we go. Alright, let's dig into that. Let's get some milk bottles. First bottle find is a 1923 Christmas Coke. Yep. I believe they ran from, 1929 to 1939. And somewhere on this, it's supposed to have a date. Usually, of when this was. 1930. 30 right there. Alright, that's not what I want, though. I want those milk bottles. I think that was maybe a milk. Jersey, I don't know. something. Not from this town. Nice little amber. Whew, lots of digging. I should have brought my other shovel. I brought my little one. So I'm clearing off a shelf right here, as you can see. This is where I found all the milk bottles. I have to go down. I have to drill down. Before I started down at the bottom and just worked my way up. So now I have to go down and see if there's anything underneath me. Whew, a lot of digging. Yeah. That bottle collector on eBay, I'm sure he knows, what he's talking about, at least for the most part. But when you talk to somebody that goes out and digs, a digger, and you're not a digger, you're just a bottle collector, well, those are two different things. Those are two entirely different stories, okay? Bottle collectors only see what's on the market, okay? They don't get into these spots. They don't do the digging. They don't see what's coming out of the ground repeatedly, and what's scarce, what's not coming out of the ground. They don't see that. So if you're going to trust somebody when it comes to bottles, trust the digger, because the digger's out there. He's seeing it with his eyes. He's feeling it. He's researching it. He knows. Bottle collectors, they're in it for the dollar. I'm sure they do a little research, whatever research they can do, but they're looking for pretties. It should be pretty, and clean, and when I mark my bottles on eBay, and this is important for you to remember too, don't ever say it's pristine. Don't ever say it's like new. Don't ever say it's without defects. What I do is I write used condition used condition requires cleaning and buffing, may have chips, dings, scratches, and or cracks. Because if you put these bottles under a microscope, I guarantee you they're going to have cracks. Even though you don't see the cracks right now, when you pull them out of the ground, wash them and clean them and stuff, protect yourself. It's used. You found it in the ground. You can't say it's pristine. You let someone else decide. You let those bottle collectors and sellers decide if it's pristine or not. You sell it as used condition. And, that's what I do. And it protects you, And that's what he said too. Based on the conditions of the bottle, I have to come and see them. No, you're not going to come and see them. Like I told him, I only sell what I post on eBay. I have tons of bottles at home, but you're not going to look at them. I don't want you to look at them. Either you want them on eBay or you don't. Period. Okay? Let's get to digging. Let's see what we can find. Yeah, hopefully we can find some nice milk bottles. I forgot my pick today too. I was just in such a hurry to get out. We got a green bottle sitting here. Probably ginger ale or something. Why don't any of these ever have embossing on them? I mean, nobody wants a bottle like that. I mean, there's absolutely nothing on them. Why would you make a bottle, go through all that trouble, to have it plain as can be like that? I mean, they're pretty green. They don't tell a story. It's probably 1920s or 30s, probably 30s. If there's bubbles in it, which there aren't, so it's probably 30s. But you'd never know it. I thought I felt something else. Oh, yeah, it was a rock. Alright, let's keep going. Oh yeah, let me finish that thought before I continue on and lose train of thought here. Don't ever let a bottle collector at your house. Don't ever let a bottle collector see your bottles at home. No. They will swindle you. They will swindle you, and you won't even have any clue what happened. Just do your research. Do your research and put your price on the bottle. somebody's gonna pay it. Lots of McCormick's from Baltimore coming up. There's a small and medium right there. How do these big boulders get in here? I mean, who throws away boulders? And why are you throwing away a boulder? Was it in their yard? And they just said, oh, I don't want it anymore. Interesting. There's a little jar. Anything on it? No. What's on the bottom? Nothing. I feel lucky today. Yeah, I feel lucky. Yeah, that's probably a big McCormick. I feel lucky. I feel like we're gonna hit a nice pile going down. That's Lee Wake, Leigh, Lee Ware, Ware, Leigh, Ware pottery. Anything on it? No, just a green band. And silver. It's got silver. Yeah. Fancy. Fancy, fancy. Got cork tops and everything else in here. What are we gonna get here? Well, screw top. Slick as can be. That looks like a pill bottle to me. A larger pill bottle. Oh, there's something else down there. What were you? I don't know. It's like a iron pot right there. Alright, I'm gonna have to dig into that a little bit. And we got a bottle showing there. Bottle showing there. We got an iron pot there. But this saucer, if this saucer is complete, that's gonna be wonderful. Man, the day I forget my pick. Oh, it's broken. But it's complete enough. Wow. I mean, that's pretty wild looking. Look at that. Made in Japan. Made in Japan. Look at that. That's pretty. That would have been a nice little saucer right there. Vintage. Bummer. Alright, I gotta keep digging. Well, the first retrievable one is a broken Coke. It's a broken Coke. 1923. Christmas Coke. Base isn't even in there, so it's been broken for a while. Copper. That's gonna be a knee-high. Broken. Broken knee-high. Oh man, I gotta keep chipping away at that. Whew. I should have brought my big shovel. What's wrong with me? Oh my goodness. It's starting to rain now. Starting to rain. A little bit. I'm semi-protected. I can dig a tunnel if I ever need to. Of course it'll fall on me, but hey, I'll be protected. So that's what I found so far. I got some bottles. Nothing great. We got one 1923. Let's keep going. This is better than sitting indoors. That's for sure. I was sitting there this morning just going through all my old maps, looking at new sites. I found quite a bit, venturing out into other counties and stuff. Found some nice property. Oh yeah. I found a complete town listed on a 1909 map. A complete town with about 20 to 30 houses completely gone today. Completely gone. 20 to 30 houses completely gone. Nice little town. So I contacted the church, because I think the church owns all the land right there, and I asked them for permission to come in and do a story on the town and find some relics and stuff, and I offered for them to keep all the relics. I don't need to keep them. Like I told you, you know, there's hardly anything new I haven't found in my digging past. Just getting in and, you know, telling the story and just digging, just finding, just exploring. You know, that's what I like to do. Relic seeker. Yeah. It doesn't say relic keeper. It says relic seeker. Yeah. There's this guy on YouTube. He's a fitness guru, you know. Which, you know, I'm also a fitness guru myself. Always been. But he does, what's it called? Jumping. I think he says, you know, when's the last time you ever jumped? You know, and he shows an image of an older guy all slumped over, and then he shows an image of himself. He's all buff with his gym muscles. And he says, you know, jumping is the key to, you know, having a fit body. Yeah, I believe that. You know, jumping is definitely important for your joints. I'd like to get him over here. Come on over and dig with me for a day. Let's see how he does, you know. This is exercise. This will keep you fit. You're bending, you're stooping, your arms are just going non-stop. Your legs are cramping. Yeah, you diggers know how it is. Yeah, oh yeah. I mean, the key, the one big key to digging bottles is moving a lot of material. You have to. You can't just dig a small little pile. You have to dig and move a lot of material. That's just how you're gonna find bottles. Yeah. And you get stronger doing it. That was a pretty pattern too. It has gold inlaid all throughout. Very nice. No maker's mark on this one. Sorry. Well, it's a Christmas Coke kind of day. I've only found 2 of them. Is that a broken marble? It is. Broken piece of marble. Interesting. I found a bunch of junkers and only 2 keepers so far. And I've dug, what, almost 4 feet deep. Gotta be something in here. Now here's something interesting. Now this town did not have any China manufacturing going on, so they probably had this made. It says their quality P.Mill, might be Miller, and then the town name at the bottom in gold lettering, plain as can be. Now they did have a really fancy kind of like hotel inn type thing that people came in on the railroad and you know, spent the night and stuff like that. So I imagine that probably comes from there. Yep. Well, there's a nice fancy glass top or something. It has screw on the bottom and some kind of, looks like it might be broken at the top. Something went on it. Interesting looking. Window pane. Oh, we got lots of glass. There's a bottle, there's a bottle, there's a milk top right there, stuck in clay. Let me beat it out of there a little bit more. Oh, why don't you watch? I'll just stick it right there. You can watch. Can you see it? Well, not like you're gonna tell me, right? Alright, what are we gonna get here? This is one of those blank ones that only says 1 pint. Now it could be another dairy company in this area, but you're just never going to know because it doesn't have any embossing on it, so you're never going to know. So the only milk bottle that's worth anything out of this town is the one that actually has the embossing. There's a lot of slits. Looks like we got a squib right here. Yep, small one. These are very, very bright. Only worth a few bucks. Made in the USA. And it doesn't get any brighter than that. That is like super bright blue. Might keep that little one. There's a lot of glass in here. It's tough digging because it's all clay. I don't know. Alright, come on. I gotta work my way down there. Broken. I would say that one got melted a little bit. This looks like a big medicine. Lots of broken glass around it. I hope it's intact. Alright, should be able to get it. What did we get here? Dr. Caldwell's, tall one. Dr. Caldwell's, oh, that's a nice top. Was a laxative, I believe, if I remember correctly. Monticello, Illinois. It's a nice bottle. Very nice. We'll save that. But there's something right here. Interesting looking. Oh, it's a food product. Had that neat little top on it. See it? Oh, this is one of those nice little frosted jars. I have one home in my collection. This one's cracked. Nice frosted jar. All cracked up. Coke. There's a lot of glass sitting right there. A lot of glass. I'm trying to go down and all this stuff is in the wall. Maybe I should knock the wall out. Looks like a milk down there. Is it going to be the one we are hunting? And a spoon. Oh! That was a big old spoon. Look at that. Silver plated. Yeah. Back to the real prize. Oh, please be intact. What are we gonna get? Slick, 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 slick. Just a 1 pint sealed 5-1 1 pint liquid. Someone was saying they get about, what, $6-7 for these slick ones? Well, they don't mean much around here, except for the color of the glass is like really peachy, and it's nice. But it is a milk bottle, so you still have to save it. But the problem is, it doesn't tell you anything. It doesn't say anything at all, so other than that's a milk. It doesn't say who, when, where, why. If it doesn't answer the 5 W's and H, it really isn't worth it. Nobody's gonna want it. Well, at least we found a milk. We're heading in the right direction. Feel something on there. I really should have brought the big shovel today. Alright, let's keep digging down. There's a super looking bottle right there. It's a small, but it's unique. It's Art Deco. It has nice shape and it's interesting. And it's cork top. That's the uniqueness. It's not common like all the other stuff people find. It's different. So we saved those. Look at that mason. That would have been nice. Look at that giant air bubble in it right there. Pre-21. That would have been nice. That is a Castoria cork top. It's a small McCormick's. And it's full of water. Well, at least my lens hasn't fogged up yet. I don't think. That looks like one of those high strengths or something. Let's get that one out first. Oh, it doesn't want to come out. Alright, we'll get you out first. No problem. Or is that a Chiro? No, it's one of those high strength double sugar or whatever. Oh no, it is a Coca-Cola bottling. Concord, North Carolina, clear. I usually find these in greenish blue. Alright, that's a keeper. It's a nice soda. Let's see if that'll come out now. There we go. I don't know why I'm looking on this. These things don't ever have embossing. Has a 2. Also has a big old crack in it. Improved mason. Right now I'm just pretty much gone as far as I could go deep. There's another one of those bottling companies. Concord, North Carolina. Gone as far deep as I possibly could, really. Because things are starting to fall in at me. So now I gotta take the wall out. Start chipping at the wall. That is a milk of magnesia. One of the most common bottles you'll find at a dump. And this is probably a part to a Model T. Some pottery. Boy, I wonder how all this clay got mixed in with all these bottles. A lot of clay. You got an ashy layer over here and just solid clay over here with sand. And the milk bottles are coming out over here. Yeah, and there's tons of bottles right there. So I'm gonna dig away. All the children like Jumbo. That's what it says. That would have been a Jumbo peanut butter. Bummer. It's in there somewhere. Oh, we got something amber. Some medicine. No embossing. Screw top. The number 2. Oh, I gotta be careful. Trust me, if those bottles made it down here, they're not very fragile. You can manhandle them a little bit. All right, let's keep knocking this out. Oh, there's something there, isn't there? What is it? It's all cracked up. That's what it is. It's graduated, all cracked up. And there sure is a lot of coal in here. Could that be a Jumbo? No, it's not. Could that be a Jumbo? What's that? Looks like a little makeup case. See it? Find these all the time. Shake it, make sure there's no coins in it. And if you want to open it, open it. This one doesn't want to open. There we go. I believe that was makeup, right? That white powdery stuff. Blush or whatever they call it. I don't use the product, so I don't know. Yeah, that's probably what it is. It's a cup. I think these cups came out of... Man, I wish they had writing on the bottom of them. They have a little stamp of some sort, but I find an awful lot of these cups in here. This one's cracked. Either they came out of the hotel, or they came out of the bars. I don't know. Cracked is cracked. Can't do anything with it. Pretty much everything over here is damaged. Okay. Start digging in the good spot. There's a big file. here. Broken. Ketchup. There's not much left. We clean this place out. Just basically getting the last little bits. I believe this sand is natural ground. There's nothing in it. And nothing's coming out. Did all that digging. Oh, there's a St. Joseph's. There's something. Laboris. It's the lavatory. This is women's product. Yup. The Laboris. We'll look it up. I'm pretty sure it's a women's product. Laboris Company. L-A-V-O-R-I-S. Nice little cork top. Clay up there. I think we're gonna have to give up on this spot. Slick corker. Mule shoe. Small graduated corker. Big old bowl. So everything is all broken on this side. Oh! Fancy little cork top. Cobalt. Alright, I'll show you what we get when we find it. That's all I got up there. Well, I think that's gonna be it. Unless I can find a new spot with older bottles. Whew. Somebody asked me if I'm being mindful and careful of all the other bottles that I don't keep. Yeah, for the most part, you know. I'm not going to do the work for other bottle diggers, you know, but, you know, when I set them out, you know, I set them out in piles, and you can come here and sift through them all you want. I guarantee you most of them are going to be broken. I don't miss much. The ones that I do leave behind, they're worthless anyway. You know, for the most part, worthless. I guess, you know, if you brought in, you know, 40 bags and a sleigh with 7 reindeer, you could get out all the not so valuable bottles, the dollars and the $2 bottles, and, you know, you can have fun with that all you want. Not me. I'm not doing that. I want the unusuals. I want the ones that are going to be at least worth a few dollars and worth my time to carry out. Especially on a motorcycle. You know, I got to be choosy what I carry out of here. I can't just carry everything. Not going to happen. Now this kudzu's coming back pretty strong. Not as fast as it normally does. I'm still able to dig. But I did a little test pit over here a few days ago, and there does seem to be bottles in this, but it's deeper. I'm gonna go up here and just do a little test pit, I think. This is, whoa, pretty much the opposite side of where I've been digging, so let's just dig down to see what's in here. I don't think there's gonna be much. Whoa. Now, too slippery. And look at that, not a single glass shard. There's a lot of just dirt dumped here, and I'm wondering what that was from. I think they just tried to cover it up. Cover up the dump with it. Most of it washed away. Oh my goodness. That was a good workout. That was a lot of dirt I moved today. That was a lot. Alright. Yeah, I'm gonna head out. I'll get out of here and hope for a brighter day tomorrow, maybe. Get out and do some metal detecting. I don't think my metal detector is gonna make it for long. That handle broke. Oh, you know what I did? I got an old computer at home, and if you take them apart, the keyboard, what attached, all the little plastic keys that attached, they attach to like a real thin, strong stainless steel flexible metal plate. So I took that out and I cut it and I shaped it and I screwed it to my handle and I stuck my handle on, so at least that will work for maybe a hunt or two. But I also called White's up, and sure enough, they just said, "What's your address, sir?" And I said, "Oh, here's my address." And they said, "Well, we'll send you one right away." I said, "Thanks, appreciate it." Here's an ACL milk. Oh, look at the little ceramic button just laying there too. This is a ceramic milk, and I don't think I'm going to be able to. No. All these slicks you find in here, they're ACL. They're newer. The ACL is not that old. It's not as old as, you know, your RS Admiston bottles. So, 50s. Yeah. And ACLs don't last anyway. So you come here and you can pull out all the milk bottles you want. 99% of them are going to be slicks. They may have had embossing on them, or not embossing, but ACL on it like that. But you're just never going to be able to tell what it was. where it came from. That thing could have came from Alaska, for all we know. You know, you can't associate it to any town or any real significant dates of anything, really. It's worthless. It's a milk bottle. That's all it's worth, is a milk bottle. The embossed styles, they tell you who, they tell you where, when, why, and how, and what. So, yeah. Man, I still feel like digging, but there's not much to dig. I've already gone through here pretty good. I'll go home, I'll get dried up. We'll go metal detecting probably tomorrow if it's clean out without this rain. Alright, that's it for me. Thanks for watching. I will see y'all in the next hunt. That was a nice hunt. Now it's time to see if I can get out of here without crashing. So I just scoop my bike up right here, and what I do is I back up and then I pull forward, and as I'm trying to get up this hill, all this wet, slicky grass, and it turns to mud. It's really slick with those tires. They're not great knobbies. I actually need new tires soon. Another couple 100 miles, and it just spins me out. Boom. I do that a lot. I go off-road a lot, and I wipe out a lot. It's just what happens. Alright, I'm out of here. See ya.